You think risk looks obvious? Red flags? Clear warnings? A sense of danger? That's the lie that gets people destroyed. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Real risk doesn't feel risky until it's already irreversible. If it felt dangerous early, most people would avoid it. But real risk doesn't enter loudly, it enters quietly, reasonably, incrementally. Let me explain. Your brain isn't built to detect future catastrophe. It's built to detect immediate threat, loud noises, sudden loss, visible danger. Real risk doesn't look like that. It looks like, just this once. It's manageable. We'll adjust later. It's not a big deal yet. And that word, yet, is where people lose everything. Now watch how this plays out. A decision doesn't ruin you immediately. It works. A little. It feels controlled. It feels reversible. So your brain relaxes. No alarm goes off. That's the trap. Because real risk grows non-linearly. Slow. 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 Then all at once. By the time the damage becomes visible, your ability to exit is gone. Now take this into money. Why do people not see financial risk until collapse? Because early gains mask fragility. Leverage feels smart when markets cooperate. Debt feels manageable when income is stable. Risk feels invisible when volatility is low. So people scale exposure before understanding consequences. Then conditions shift, and suddenly the same risk that felt harmless becomes fatal. Not because it changed, but because context did. Now take this into relationships. Why do people miss emotional danger? Because early warning signs feel minor. Small disrespect, subtle control, inconsistent behavior. Each instance feels survivable. So you tolerate it, you adapt, and adaptation is dangerous. Because the moment you adapt, the behavior becomes normalized. And normalized risk disappears from awareness. By the time the relationship becomes toxic, you're emotionally invested, attached, and compromised. Leaving now costs more than staying. Now let's go deeper. Risk hides behind familiarity. The longer something exists without collapsing, the safer it feels. But time doesn't reduce risk, it hides it. The absence of failure is not proof of safety. It's often proof of delayed consequences. That's why systems collapse suddenly. They don't fail gradually. They absorb pressure silently until they snap. Now here's the part most people never see. Risk isn't visible in isolation. It's visible only in aggregation. One bad decision rarely kills you. 10 small ones do. One compromise feels harmless. Repeated compromises rewrite your position. But your brain evaluates decisions individually. It doesn't stack them. So each choice feels acceptable until the total weight crushes you. Now look inward. How many risks did you underestimate because nothing bad happened yet? How many warning signs did you rationalize because consequences were delayed? How many times did you confuse surviving with being safe? That's how people walk into disaster calmly. Now here's the brutal truth. Risk is hardest to see when things are going well. Success blinds you. Stability anesthetizes you. Comfort dulls perception. When nothing is wrong, you stop scanning for danger. That's when risk grows fastest. Strong people understand something weak people don't. Risk isn't about what can happen. It's about what compounds if it does. They don't ask, is this safe right now? They ask, what happens if this goes wrong repeatedly? They don't evaluate upside alone. They study fragility. Where does this break? How fast does it break? Can I exit if conditions flip? Now listen carefully. Real risk doesn't come with fear. It comes with confidence. Confidence that things are under control. Confidence that adjustments can be made later. Confidence that you'll see it coming. You won't. That's the point. By the time risk becomes obvious, It's no longer a decision. It's a consequence. Here's the shift. Powerful people treat calm as suspicious. When everything feels stable, they zoom out. They stress test assumptions. They imagine reversals. They reduce exposure before panic forces it. They don't wait for proof of danger. They act on asymmetry. Small upside, large downside. That's where real risk lives. So remember this. If a risk looks obvious, it's already too late. If a decision feels comfortable, question it. And if you're telling yourself, I'll deal with it if it becomes a problem, it already is. Stay sharp.
Thanks for spending time with us. If this sparked a new way of thinking, hit like and subscribe to keep the ideas flowing. And don't forget, check the description for the links to the resources and the original books we used today. We'll see you in the next one.